everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm Purple Freaking Gaming here, and today I'm playing some more Bloon's Adventure Time Tower Defense. So today, I am back with, actually, Send in the Clones, if you can believe it. We somehow ended up with back-to-back Send in the Clones. This time it's Camo Bloons on a significantly harder map, but even still, it's still Send in the Clones. And today, I'm going to be continuing the series of sort of doing like Send in the Clones that I don't think I've ever done before, with Juggernaut Max, which I think will actually be a really fun, like, challenge type thing. I think it should be a lot of fun. Recently, I did Psy and PB, both of which I don't think I've ever done before. And at this point, I believe once I do Tuxedo Jake, once I do Juggernaut Max, I believe the only towers I won't have done, I was gonna say only, I don't know. I don't think I've done it with Captain Cassie. I don't think I've done it with Martian. I think that's just about it, but I don't actually know if I've done one with Jake too. So there's still a lot of towers I don't think I've ever done this before with, which I kind of find weird. I feel like those were the first things I would have done, but I guess I'm like, hey, I did some cool characters, now let's do some challenges. But no, today we're going to be doing Juggernaut Max, who, in my opinion, and I think largely, is not seen as the best character. The big issue with Juggernaut Max is he focuses as, like, how his built-in design is a high-pierce, slow-firing tower, but it doesn't have homing. So, Juggernaut Max is no homing, single projectile, slow-firing tower, which makes him one of the worst towers in the entire It's sad, because he's a Dart Monkey character, and he has some cool upgrades and abilities, but because he lacks that multi-hit / fast attack speed, he just doesn't scale well with buffs between trinkets and stuff. So, although he does get buffs, unlike Ice King, they don't scale, like, at all. So, he doesn't work all that well. But, alas, we're going to be trying him out today with this build. You can take a look at it if you want. I'm not going to go through everything, because that would take a very, very long time. I actually think Ice King. I don't think I've done Ice King before, so I feel like if I do another Send in the Clones while this event's still active, I'll probably do Ice King. I don't know. Send in the Clones is just the best game mode. Because it's sort of spaced out between when you have access to it, it's like, it never gets old. It's always fun to go in with a new army of characters. It's very unique, this game, because it's the only one of the, like, Bloons games where it have, like, one of each character. You can never have two wizard monkeys. And that's why Send in the Clones exists and why it's so cool. So it's a very cool concept. I kind of wish there was some variant that just removed tower restrictions in general, but I could totally see how that would be super absurd. So you know what? Let's get started. Let's see how hard this is going to be. I don't think it's going to be that bad. I really don't. I do know, by the way, that I have heard, a lot of people have mentioned that there's some sort of glitch with him where you can use Juggernaut Max and then Explodey Darts, and then his like, Gum cross path, because if you didn't know, if we look at his upgrade path, he does have Gum / Ice / Fire abilities, which obviously we can't get in this game mode. But yeah, apparently there's some glitch where it permastalls balloons. I'm assuming it doesn't work on bad balloons. I'll probably try that at some point, probably after Send in the Clones is done, because I don't want to waste good Send in the Clones time, but at the same time, I don't care that much, so, sorry, at the same time, it does sound rather cool, so I will do that at some point. Okay, there we go, that. Cobras can go there. I'm tired of doing it. Auto starts on. I still have to collect money because I haven't gone for a monkey farmer yet, of course. This should actually be pretty powerful. He's not a horrible tower, I say, as he immediately leaks a bunch of balloons. Can you fit between the gaps? No. This is a nuisance, and I lost money from it, of course. Whatever, I'm just putting them there. I'm not going to worry about placements anymore. But yeah, as you see, it's a bad tower. Like, in so many ways, Juggernaut Max is C4 Charlie without splash damage, without absurdly powerful abilities. Or stalling. So, yeah, not a very good tower. Juggernaut Max is certainly one of the worst towers in the game. Pink Balloons already, you can see just a lot of struggle. Because they're just not, he doesn't have an easy time popping them. If I wasn't gaining lives from Cobras, I'd probably run out of lives at this point, which is kind of sad. Also, I'm realizing now, there's like no space on this map. This is a very small map, so much so I don't even think I'm going to go for that last BMO. I'm just going to keep going to, like, Juggernaut Maxes here. Because I think if I don't, I'm probably going to lose. And yes, I could upgrade them, but I think it's more fun to spam them at least a little bit here. I wish they could go in the middle. Oh, wait, can he actually go in the middle, or is that just lucky? That's a really cool image there. He can't fit in the middle, right? Yeah, no. I thought he could for a second there. Unfortunately, he can't, which is too bad. because that would be really cool, just having a line down the middle. But instead, we can do them all around. I think I'm going to go for one more, and then I'll probably start upgrading, because they actually don't have base lead popping power. You have to get all the way up to Juggernaut for that. Oh, lead balloons are here already. Never mind, apparently I'm upgrading now. Juggernaut, you need the Titan Springs and Reinforced Coil thing. Boop, spike balls. Okay, we need to get Juggernaut. There we go. Because that is the only way he can pop lead balloons. I mean, I could have given him a lead popping power trinket. I didn't think it was necessary. I'm now realizing probably should have done that, but whatever. Ooh, he actually does have double shot. So technically he does have multi-hit. It's only twice, so it's not that great. And then keep rolling's actually his best ability, because it's technically homing because it goes all the way down the track. And it actually does a lot of damage, like almost 100 or something, but it doesn't scale with damage or anything, but it does scale with attack speed, so he's not that bad. He definitely can be made quite powerful, but he's not that great. Oh, and his ability is absolutely useless. It doesn't get damage buffs. It's not that good. And yeah, so it kind of sucks. I think I'm actually probably going to go for these front three to be like having lead popping power and stuff. At which point, I feel like once three have it, we're probably, for the most part, good. I think like 3 lead popping powers is probably enough. Maybe not for DDTs necessarily, but for the most part, I think that's good. And the rest of them will just spam a fair bit, because it is definitely cheaper. Even though there is like double shot and attack speed boost and everything, it's still certainly cheaper to just go for a bunch of low-level, unupgraded Juggernaut maxes than a few upgraded ones. But again, with a short map, which this is, there's not a lot of space to put stuff, it's not necessarily going to go all that well. Also, which one is I upgrading? This dude! Keep rolling, come on, any second now, Cobras, you can do it! There we go. So yeah, Juggernaut Max is going to be interesting to see how well he does, if he's going to be decent. Is he going to do a half-decent job? I really don't know. Hard to know for sure. Okay, I am going to go for this last one here, and that will probably be it in terms of the Juggernauts. 3 should be good for now, and then I'll spam a couple in the back, just so we have guaranteed enough defense. But yeah, they're really bad at whiffing, which is an issue with Super Monkey. That's at least partially made up for the fact that his range is massive and his attack speed is insanely quick. But no, whiffing's bad, because if they just miss, fast balloons are really deadly, you know, like DDTs. Really, really, really hard to kill. Juggernaut Max also performed one of the worst in the 1 tower onlys and ultra buffs, because he just doesn't do a great job. He's not that powerful, but I honestly feel like numbers is probably a pretty massive advantage for him, because he whiffs that so much and stuff like that. Man, he fits just nowhere. He also has a pretty massive, like, footprint, which doesn't help either on the map. He takes up a lot of space, I say, as we then fit them, like, right next to each other. I'm gonna fill this middle aisle. I feel like that's the coolest. Ignore the one in the back. In fact, I'm even gonna sell these two, because they don't look as cool. And I'm going for coolness right now, because that is the ultimate goal. But no, I feel like I'm totally in the position to make a really cool thumbnail with this, which is, as always, my goal now. I don't know. I do not know. I feel like it's a good thing. Thumbnails are cool. They're important. And I want to have good ones for obvious reasons. Okay, let's fill in the rest on this lane. Kind of crazy I'm able to do this, just like spam like 30 of them. It really is just the ultimate strategy for Center Clone. Spam something that doesn't require upgrading and is still good. Which, honestly, all things considered, not Tuxedo Jake. I don't know why I keep calling this dude Tuxedo Jake. Juggernaut Max, the completely different name, is usually, what was I going to say? He's usually not that good of a character for that, for being able to just spam without upgrades. Also, how are there VIPs already? I guess it's only rank 14, but even still, this is kind of absurd. I think it's time to go for a few more Juggernauts. As DTs get closer and closer, though as you can see, our money just instantly disappears the second I'm like, hey, yeah, I should probably actually upgrade the towers. That makes sense. Okay, there we go. I'm trying to pick the ones that haven't actually been upgraded. We really do run out of money so quickly here. That's not good. Upgrading Tuxedo... why do I keep doing that? Upgrading Juggernaut Max is really expensive. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time getting the name right, but apparently I am. Honestly, I really am interested to see how well it does on BFBs and ZMGs and BADs and all that stuff. As for BFBs, doing a pretty good job, but BFBs really aren't that strong, all things considered, so it's not exactly all that impressive. It's not impressive, but it's certainly not that impressive. Also, I feel like it's going to take like 30 rounds for me to get all of these Juggernaut Maxes fully upgraded, because it's well over $10,000, at least it feels like, to actually fully upgrade one. Which one is mostly upgraded? Not you. There we go. Keep rolling. Slowly but surely making my way through. You're good. You're not. Deciding which ones to upgrade. I guess as long as as soon as I buy Juggernaut though, then it sort of sticks out that I need to upgrade that one. So that's one good thing at the very least. I'm very tired right now. I'm recording this video a bit later than I would like to. For no particular reason. I just got to the video a little slower today, but I'm very tired right now. I don't know why. It's Tuesday for me. It's Wednesday for you guys when you're watching this, but Tuesday for me. And Tuesdays are honestly just the worst days of the week. Because it's not, like, Monday's not great, obviously, but on a Monday, like, for a Monday, you're starting stuff off. What was I going to say? Man, I really do not have a good memory for this. For Monday, the collective Monday, you're starting the week, well, I mean, I know Sunday's the first day of the week, but I don't think Sunday's the first day of the week in most people's minds. It's normally Monday. But as Mondays go, they're the first days of the week, essentially. And they're really not that, like, they're very tiring, and you have to get used to your routine or whatever again. Or whatever it is you do. Generally speaking, at least. What was I going to say? Man, I've said that like 3 times now. I just keep forgetting. Also, DDTs, that went pretty easily. Looks like, we're not in that big of a trouble. There's ZMG, that was a little slow. I'm a little nervous for the Bloon still. But back to my point that I'm dragging on from like 5 minutes at this point, it feels like. Mondays aren't great, but they're not that bad, because it's still the start of the week. They're generally kind of a slow day, but they're not necessarily that exhausting. I find Tuesday's generally the worst day of the week. You're the most tired on a Tuesday. By the time Wednesday comes around, you're like, oh yeah, I'm like nearing the end of the week. We're getting pretty close. The week's already almost halfway done. I can do this. And then Thursday and Friday are pretty great. But Tuesday really stinks. Monday's not great either, but Tuesday is definitely the worst of the... I was gonna say 3. The worst of the 2. Not of 3. Apparently my brain is completely shut off at this point. Oh, and my throat is also really sore right now, which I don't know why. It's always weird and random to me. I'm sure there's, like, I know for a fact there is actual explanations as to when and why your throat is sore. But honestly, it feels completely random to me. Sometimes I'm talking a time, my throat is fine. I think it has a lot to do with, like, how much water you drink. Probably. I'm sure that has something to do with it. Also, as you can see, we're actually getting close. There's only 2 Juggernaut Maxes left until we actually have the fully complete row of Juggernauts, which is pretty crazy. Also, man, I've said also way too many times in this video. Probably like 20 times at this point. But back to my point, which I may have said again already. My train of thought and continued, like, the flow of this video is just completely ruined at this point. But what I was going to mention is that Juggernaut Max is in a crossbow. Like, I know the Juggernaut is like the ball, that's the premise behind it, but I'm so used to, because in the other Bloons games, Juggernaut is like, it's like a catapult, and they throw the spiky ball, the Juggernaut. But in this game, it's crossbow, and it's really weird. Like, I guess it would have been a little odd for him, like, for Max to be riding, or to be using a catapult, but come on, why are you using a crossbow or ballista, I guess? But, like, come on, it makes very little sense to me. I find it weird. Also, out of curiosity, I feel like I should be the one knowing this, and people should be, like, you guys should be asking me this question, but Goo Goo Mama meter doesn't stack, right? Because it's one of the weird trinkets that's, like, I almost feel like it could/does. Because if you think about it, if you don't know, what Goo Goo Mama meter does is all Bloons in range take an extra 3 damage. In my mind, though, like how the coding would work is that basically check a Bloon. Am I in range of Goo Goo Mama meter? If so, take +3 damage. But for all I know, it's like, for each Goo Goo Mama meter they have, it's like defense or whatever, some hidden like defense stat of a Bloon. It's like defense -3. So they just take an additional 3 damage per Bloon. That would be a cool concept, defense. So like maybe, you know how reinforced Bloons just have double the health? How much cooler would it be, at least for, I don't know, maybe it scales depending on the type of Bloon, but like, for fortified ceramics, for example, if they just straight up took 1 less damage, that would be so cool. Like, it wouldn't necessarily be a drastic, like, buff. It might even be worse than double health in a lot of cases. In fact, I think in literally all cases it would be worse. Like, it wouldn't be as good of a buff. But it would be really cool. I feel like that would be kind of interesting if instead of like reinforced added armor or defense or something like that. Also, the first bad balloon has appeared. Can we do it? I know I have $30,000. I could probably spam more Juggernaut Maxes, but let's see how well do we do with this thing first. Not great, I'll admit. It could have been better, but we are alive, and they didn't make it that far. We're still probably gonna die to a fortified bad balloon. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for the fortified bad balloon to show up, and then if it looks like there's no chance we can get it, I'll start spamming Juggernaut Maxes. Because I do like this formation, it looks really cool right now. I don't really want to ruin it, even if that's for the greater good of me actually surviving. And I mean, I feel like we might be able to beat a fortified bad balloon. Maybe, possibly, probably not. Yeah, no, okay. I'm back to spamming. The Juggernaut Max spam, especially early on here, is back. Do you think I can fit 4 here, just 3? Can I even fit 3 here? Of course I can't fit 3 here. Why on earth would I be able to fit 3 Juggernaut Maxes? Just fill in all the space here is my goal. This really is annoying. Also, fortified bad balloon here already. And now I can fit 3. Of course, just barely, somewhere along there. Fortified bad balloon, you feel like dying? Just follow the trail of Juggernaut Maxes. You're moving a little too fast for me. Little bit too fast. That bad balloon is not dying in the slightest. I'm spamming a fair few Juggernaut Maxes here, but now there's a fortified GMG, and they're getting really, really far. And we won. How on earth did we win that? Okay, so note to self, in like 3 or 4 rounds, we're probably dead. Because there is just so, like, that's a lot. So fortified bad balloons are strong, they have a lot of health. And especially since I'm not upgrading all of these to DT popping, the DTs get popped in the wrong position or too late or whatever, I pretty much can't kill them, which would be really bad, or pop them or whatever. Also, why can I place you on the barrel but not next to the barrel? That makes little sense. Okay, I'm filling like all the space possible at this point. Where can I fit a Tuxedo Jake? Or not Tuxedo Jake, why do I keep doing this? Juggernaut Max. Also, I'm well aware these towers like literally don't touch the map at all. But I'm still doing it this way, for some reason. I did give him a range buff with, like, the Blast of the Nordicon. I sort of figured that would be enough, but I guess not. For sending the clones, you really do need to fill, like, every single spot. So even if these are wasted, it's not that big of a deal. It's better to have them than not to have them. I can actually fit way more here than I thought I could. There's a lot of spiky helmets here, like, a ton of spiky helmets. And with that, we're on to the back, which can also fit a lot of people. Probably not nearly as much as the front, but I think there's still quite a bit of room here. I was gonna say I've spent money. I've gained actually like $5,000 while constantly spamming this not that cheap $700 tower. Like, it's not expensive, but it's not that cheap of a tower, and I'm spamming it pretty quickly. But I guess my income's really good, and the rounds aren't that crazy long yet, so we're pretty much consistently making money at our maximum rate. We haven't really run into an issue with the 10,000k cap yet, which honestly feels like it doesn't do a very good job at anything. In most cases, the money doesn't matter, and in the few cases that it does, you probably, well, what was I going to say? In the few cases where money really does make a difference in this game, especially in, like, sending the clones or whatever in late-game Martian games, like, you probably won't get it anyways. I don't know. Honestly, maybe it makes a bigger difference than I think. I don't really know, but all I do know is that we're just about finished this left side of the map, and we're ready to start on the right side, which I think has even less space, because there's this weird, like, wooden playhouse thing in the center. What is this map? I know it's in the Fire Kingdom, but it's on, like, the additional Flame Princess quest, but it's really weird. Also, I feel like there's a lot of things, and the game is starting to lag. I can't really tell, because I'm mostly focusing on placing the Juggernaut Maxes. But it's a little scary, it's a little noticeable. Also, again, my, like, also counter's up to, like, 50 now. We haven't seen another fortified bad balloon since, and it's been, like, 4 rounds, which is a little bit odd. Not, like, super crazy odd, but it's certainly a little odd. Okay, I feel like we're getting really close now to finishing this. So close, I just need another, like, am I good, actually? I don't know if I can fit any more here. It doesn't actually look like wait, I saw a spot. Any more, there's like 2 here I think I can fit. There we go. And nope, I saw a spot. I saw gray. Where is the gray? You saw that, right? This isn't just me being crazy. There was a spot where I could put the Tuxedo Jake, or not Tuxedo Jake, Juggernaut Max. It's like the theme of the video now. Honestly, I've done this a few times now. I'm gonna do it again, where I say, like, if you type this in the comment, I'll heart your comment, which I've done a few times in the past. And every once in a while, I get a comment on some of those older videos that's like, oh, right, I forgot about that, almost. But I'm gonna do it again, because why not? It's fun. If you're still watching at this point in the video, leave a comment saying, not Tuxedo Jake, Juggernaut Max. You can even put an exclamation, not exclamation points, in like quotation marks if you want. There are bonus marks for that. Bonus points. Also, I believe that's it. I don't think I can fit any more here. I could upgrade them now, but I feel like this is pretty good. I'm not gonna go forever. I don't like doing these unless I'm doing like a specific goal or something. Because these aren't towers that can, like, this isn't a set that can go 30 rounds. It's a setup that will go 7 rounds, like 7 more rounds, and then lose. So, I'm not in any particular rush. Even the normal Baboons, I'm making it pretty far. Next time we get a fortified Baboon with ramping, which is probably going to defeat us. We're probably going to lose. So hopefully, that'll happen sometime soon. It's kind of weird. I thought fortified Baboons happen more often. But I feel like I'm so used to having the fortified modifier that I don't really know what non-fortified modifier looks like. Which is certainly a little bit odd. This looks so unbalanced. Like, the left side is just completely hoarded with Juggernaut Maxes. I don't even remember his name at this point. This is annoying. I don't know why my brain is making this correlation. Not Tuxedo Jake, Juggernaut Max. This is so sad. My brain is not in a good state of mind to do anything that requires any degree of thought right now. This is the wrong game for that. It doesn't require a ton of focus concentration, but it definitely requires some that I clearly don't have, or more so, talking, commentary, anything to do with verbal language and verbal communication. Apparently, doing a pretty bad job of that as well. Oh, this is weird. Very, very weird. Okay, seriously, what the heck? Where's the fortified Baboons? I normally get like 18 of them, even if it's not a fortified map. What's happening? This is very weird. I mean, eventually the normal Baboons are going to win too, but they're going to take way longer, especially if they move to the left. If they move to the right, they're going to lose far faster, or I'm going to lose far faster. Okay, fortified Baboon, it's here. We got another one. I don't know if we've had one since, we might have, but fortified Baboon. Do we stand a chance? Oh, but here's the thing. Because there's already balloons, the fortified Baboons are already getting targeted to some extent. Okay, that one went left, but this one's going right, yeah? Okay, so there's a ton of fortified Baboons now, and I think even the one that went left that's getting beamed a ton is still probably going to kill us. Yeah, fortified DTs. There was like 5 more fortified Baboons there. We definitely lost. Kind of nice, though. I'm kind of sick and tired of just being like, okay, video's basically done. End. Also, I actually captured the Martian games. I seem to be in a weaker lobby this time. I suppose one thing that has happened is, because I don't win very often, my level isn't going up very much, but I still have a ton of loot. So I'm like completely maxed out, but I'm lower level than a lot of players, so I'm fighting against people that aren't maxed out. So pretty good setup for me. Anyways, though, 24 hours and 26 minutes. For whatever reason, I figured, I don't really know what I was thinking. I thought before it went down to under 24 hours, it said a day. But I guess I was wrong, or 2 days, but I guess I was confused about the timer. I'm clearly tired, I'm clearly exhausted. Thank you all for watching. Consider giving the video a like if you enjoyed, subscribing, comment, be awesome. We're on our way to 3,000 subscribers, which would be a pretty big deal. Who knows, maybe you guys can do it for the channel anniversary that actually, like timeline-wise, adds up really nicely. So if you guys could do that, that would be super crazy. It's like, I think it's April 25th, I think it's April 25th is the channel anniversary. You have like, I don't know, 26, 27 days, something like that. We're only like 170, 180 subscribers away. It's totally doable. So that would be really awesome if you guys could do that. Bit of a sub goal here. That would be really great. But yeah, thank you for watching. Consider leaving a comment. I already said that. Leave the comment, of course. Not Tuxedo Jake. Juggernaut Max. Even for the comment, I can't remember. Whatever. Thank you all for watching. This outro has been like 5 minutes, so yeah, just goodbye.